So as always, greetings from Pennsylvania, and it is an absolutely beautiful spring day. You can hear the birds singing. There's one right there. Yeah, so today is May 4th, National Star Wars Day, and as I say, may the 4th be with you. Yeah, so we're down in Lancaster County today, and I'm going to hit up a number of different nature preserves here today. They've kind of been on my list to do. I know this past winter I was up at Climbers Run Nature Preserve, and I've been meaning to get back there again, but in researching that, I saw a bunch of others just right around the same area. There's a whole bunch of these preserves in Lancaster County. I am hoping to get to all of them. But in this video, we're going to do Trout Run Nature Preserve, and then we'll get to the others hopefully later today. So there is a decent sized parking lot here. They have signs everywhere to not park outside the designated area, but there's a bunch of cars parked down the road, so just keep that in mind. This is actually the parking lot for the Steinman Run Nature Preserve, which is over this way. Trout Run is actually on the other side of the road. That's Stump Road, but you can access each nature preserve from this parking lot though. There are other access areas to get to Trout Run, but we're going to use this one. Then after we're done with Trout Run, we are going to do Steinman's Run. But they have a map up there, so let's quick check out the map. Yeah, so here is the map. Right here's where we're parked. So here's Trout Run, and down here's Steinman Run. There's actually another preserve over here somewhere that we're going to do called Ray's Woods. And Climbers Run is actually up this way. So we're parked here. We're going to cross the road. Kind of, not sure all we'll do. Maybe we'll come back in this loop, a Trout Run. All right, enough talking. Let's get packed up and get going. Yeah, I'm still in the parking lot for Steinman's Run. I didn't even get down to the road, but look over here. One of my favorite plants. These are the May apples, and it is May. And guess what they're doing? They are blooming. There's the May apple bloom. Beautiful big white flowers. That is why they're called May apples, because they form, the seed pod forms like a little apple looking thing later on. Alright. Yeah, there's a bunch of them all blooming. Alright, cool. Yeah, I was just gonna get down the road here. Yeah, so this is Stump Road, and then just down there is the trailhead for Trout Run, so you can walk down the road a little bit. You hear those signs they have. Vehicles parked outside of designated parking area will be towed at owner's expense. So just keep that in mind if you come here. Yep, and then here is the trailhead. Trout Run. And we got the neighbor's dog barking. Yeah, so it's like everything just leafed out all at once, like spring is just fully taken off. I like it now because now the trails are shaded here in the woods. In early spring, before the leaves come out, it looks a little different. Now everything's getting that shaded woodland look now. Oh, there's one of those trail cams. These nature preserves always have trail cams set up everywhere. So here's our first split off. I think we're just going to stick to the left. Yes, I just watched a video recently of someone else who was filming here. I think he's trying to get to all these preserves too, and he's also hiking, trying to hit all the Appalachian Trail in Pennsylvania. I forget what he's called, a hiker dude dad. I'll put his name down there. So I have a feeling, I get the feeling I'm going to run into him one of these days. We tend to film a lot of the same places. And I believe I pointed these out in a recent video too. This is Canada Mayflower. They are just starting to bloom. There's one back there that's kind of blooming. I think I showed, like, sometimes they carpet the whole area, and when they all bloom at once, it smells beautiful. Not as many here. Because I think we're coming down to the creek. Trout Run. Man, it's so nice to see bright green everywhere. All right. And here's our stream, Trout Run. Yeah, we'll soon start our stream hikes too. Now that it's warming up, where you explore, just walk along streams and explore them. And down along the stream here, you can see the type of rock that they have here. It's that sparkly stuff. I believe it's called mica schist. Kind of sparkles in the sunlight. It's the mica that's in it. Yeah, so just like I said, absolutely beautiful location here. There's a little plaque on the rock over there. Let's see what that says. It mentions who the property was donated by. Shank family. Yes, there's just tons of cool plants everywhere. I'm pretty sure this is what they call sweet cicely. The stems and the root, or at least the roots and the stems have a licorice smell to them, or like an anise smell to them. They're almost blooming. Not quite yet. And over here is a pitcher plant. Or no, not pitcher plant, sorry, Jack in the pulpit. They always remind me of pitcher plants, but they're not. They lift the little hood up. You can see Jack sitting in his pulpit there. That's where they get the name. Jack in the pulpit. I almost said pitcher plant again. They have a similar resemblance. But Jack in the pulpit. And over here some jewel weed, just small yet. And this, oh, I almost forget what this is. These little flowers down here. I almost want to say dwarf ginseng, but I think it's something else. I forget offhand. I'll have to put the name down below. Yeah, so in late winter, this is the kind of place I dream about. All the greenery, the birds, the stream, the wildflowers. That's what I look forward to. But this place is beautiful. I've seen videos of people here in the wintertime, but this time of year it's just beautiful, even more so. I am getting hungry, so I think we'll look for a place to have a snack or an early lunch maybe. Good place for it. an absolutely beautiful spot here. Beautiful spot to sit and eat lunch too. That was my lunch spot. Yeah, if you're into rock formations, got some neat areas down here too. This almost feels like there's another nature preserve, Tuquan Glen. Kind of has a similar feel. Oh yeah, here's the meaning of the joining of the creeks. Got one coming down from that way. Here they join up together. That's the one we're following. So we can go cross and go that way. There's a trail going up this way too. So I think this one off to the right kind of loops around, takes you back up to the road a little bit further up. Because I just watched another video, hiker dude dad. He had just gone this way, so. But I think I'm gonna go. I've never been here before, so I'm gonna go ahead and stay along the main creek here. Head this way. Looks like we can maybe cross right there. Carefully. All right, so we did make it across. That worked out. Hey, look at that! Beautiful rock formations. Stream. All these wildflowers. So I've talked about these already. Got some spring beauties, some violets, and then I saw this odd looking thing. Pretty sure this is a slime mold called a scrambled egg slime. That's what it looks like. It's a weird organism. Yeah, kind of slimy. All right, we'll let it go. Do its thing. Yeah, those slime molds are an odd organism. They're a little bit hard to classify. They're part of the kingdom, the fungus kingdom, and they belong to phylum Myxomycota. It's a odd name, but they, yeah, sometimes scientists don't know what to do with them because sometimes they act like fungus, sometimes they act like another type of organism. But anyway, they just keep them in the fungus kingdom. They do move. It's a bunch of cells working together. They do move together as one organism when it comes to digesting decaying matter like that wood. All right, slippy here. All right, scrambled egg slime. Yeah, definitely plenty of little waterfalls or cascades down in this little gorge. But we'll get down there in a moment. It looks like I can get down to the bottom there. I'll be able to film that waterfall there. Yeah, so this place is totally underrated. They're a beautiful waterfall. Alright, so every once in a while I come across a new flower that I'm not familiar with. This will be one of them, right here. Not sure exactly what this is. Beautiful though. So I'll have to check that out at home. Yes, I was just getting ready to film that cool spot up there, and then I noticed this plant, which to a lot of you might just look like another green plant. But this is called false hellebore. It's actually an extremely poisonous plant. It doesn't have flowers yet. The flowers are green. It's kind of interesting. One of the few plants that has green flowers. I got a little story to tell you about these then, how they were used in the past. But there's more up here. And you can see some more growing right there. There's a bunch right there. Don't see any flowers on any of them yet. It's an awesome location. And there's a little waterfall over here. So yeah, this is a beautiful location. Really cool. Kind of exceeded, like I said, I've seen videos of it before, but it's better than what I was expecting. Well, let me tell you about that false hellebore a little bit. It, like I said, is poisonous. I've written a little bit on it in the past, but yeah, well, according to legend, it was used by the Native Americans to decide who the next chief would be when the current chief passed away. There's two versions of the story. One is that they would, any potential chiefs or anybody who wanted to be chief, they would all partake of the plant, and the person who didn't die would be the new chief. And then the slightly less brutal version is that it can cause like extreme vomiting and diarrhea, so that the last person to vomit up the plant would be chief. So there's kind of two versions of the story. Whether either one is true, I don't know, but it's kind of an interesting story. False hellebore. With a name like that, I'm not sure you would want to eat it anyway. And there's looking back at that spot. And the trail keeps going, so shall we. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking that later this summer when it really heats up, this will be a good stream to do one of my stream hikes on. So I do see another trail on the other side there. I noticed that on the maps. So maybe we'll come back that way. We'll have to recross the creek, but that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, so I found something kind of cool, kind of sad here. Haven't seen one of these for quite a while, but he's not looking so good. Yeah, this is a Luna moth. The shadow's kind of there. Yeah, we had a lot of rain last night, so I think that's what happened to him. And I'm pretty sure it's a male. You can tell by their antenna at the top there. The males have much, let me zoom in a little bit more, the males have much fluffier antennae, I guess you could call them, than the females do. Alright, I think he just got really wet, but I'm going to take him off the trail here and set him somewhere else. Maybe he'll dry out better. Alright, so there he is. We placed him up in the sun there. So maybe that'll help him. I don't know. He might be too far gone. He looks pretty tore up. Anyway, they're always cool to see. Just wish he was not in so bad of a shape there. But we'll say farewell. Yeah, so Luna moths are one of my favorite moths to find. Sometimes they're called moon moths, the American moon moth. But moon, Luna, same thing. Yeah, they belong to the giant silk moth family. They can be pretty rare like the other silk moths. There are reasons for that. But yeah, the males always have the fluffier antenna than the females. What happens is the females, they usually just sit on the side of a tree or a building, and they just sit there and they release pheromones, which are, you know, scents into the air that tell the males that, hey, you know, I'm ready to mate. And the males smell that with their antenna. So the males have a fluffier antenna to pick up that pheromone scent, and then they fly to the females and then mate with them, and then the females lay their eggs. So that's how it works. Males have the fluffier antenna. Alright, well the plan is to go ahead and try and use this log to cross to the other side, that trail, and then make our way back. The trail we've been on does continue up that way quite a ways, but I know at some point it does loop around. I think I'm going to go ahead and cross here. Let's see how this works. Oh, I just frog jumped. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this works. Okay, so I just saw a snake right on that log right there, but of course I didn't get my camera up in time. It's just a water snake, but man, first snake of the year. Yeah, he's gone now. Well, there's one, there might be others. That's a shame. Well, this crossing isn't quite as easy as it first looked, but we're getting there. No more snakes though. I would have loved to get that one on film. Alright, so we made it across without incident. Whereas the trail goes back that way. But I'm gonna follow it up this way a little bit. This section here looks pretty clear. So I'm just gonna go up this way a little bit more. And lo and behold, there's a tunnel up here. I forget if I knew that or not. I think that's a culvert for the railroad. I think up above is the Enola low-grade trail. Cool. Yeah, not a long one. There's a tunnel here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and sit down and take a little break here, and then we'll head on back. Alright, so cool spot to sit, literally. There's some nice cool air coming out of that tunnel. Yeah, it's a warm one today. It's about 83 degrees. A little, rather a bit unseasonably warm, and pretty muggy today. Might get some thunderstorms tonight, or hopefully not when I'm hiking. But yeah, I probably overdressed a little bit today, but I have other clothes in the Jeep to change into if I get too warm. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna head back in here in a moment, and as always, I probably won't do a whole lot of filming on the way back unless we come across something new that I haven't seen before, so. Or maybe I'll just quick show a few more clips of those waterfalls. We'll see. Alright, I'm just gonna hang out for just a little bit longer, and then I'll get going. And like I said, I'm just gonna go and hike Steinman's Run Nature Preserve, then make another video. Alright, so I'm back where I crossed the stream, saw that snake, and guess who's back? So we're gonna have to zoom in here quite a bit. We'll zoom into the max here. Find there he is. Look in the middle of the screen. That's as far as I can zoom in. He sees me. I'll see if I can get a little closer, maybe. Oh, he's going back in. He's thinking about it. Yeah, I think he wants to... Or does he want to get to the tree there? Yeah, that's all he's doing. We'll let him go. Alright, so I see the road up here. So that'll be it for Trout Run Nature Preserve. Awesome place. It was far better than what I thought it might be. So, really cool place. Alright, well I'm going to change out of this shirt. Something a little cooler. And then we're going to hike Steinman's Run. That'll be in the next video. But anyway, as always, thanks for coming along on this little adventure. And hopefully I'll see you at Steinman's Run.